Hello friends, it's the Grub back once again here, and we are back with the Kerbal Space Program at the KSP, or KSC here, Kerbal Space Center. Uh, Doing our Grub Space Program, and we are now on to our third mission of the Kerra project. The Kerra 3. We're going to launch from the KSC, achieve a stable orbit, and land safely. So yes, we need to achieve orbits now. With the minimum parapsis and apoapsis of 70,000 and the minimax parapsis of 100,000. I'm sorry, max parapsis and apoapsis of 100,000. And then, of course, safely land again. So, let's go ahead and select the mission. We have our goal, our reward here is going to be 60,000 for us, so let's go ahead and bring up our rocket. Now we know this will get us up to 100,000 feet. But I think we're going to need more to do that. So let's go ahead and slap that on there so we can stage it. Go ahead and slap another stage rocket here. Let's see here, I want this to blow and that to fire, so yeah, there we go. And then let's add this solid rocket booster on there. And then we can move these down here. Because once we get high enough, we're not going to need those up there. So let's see here. So far, total cost is 22,331. So we're under the mission reward to this one, so we're doing good so far. And then that's 5,000 for that, so see about 27,000 is going to be the total cost for this flight. So I think we are ready for the first flight of the Kerra 3 project. You can see here we got our different Kerras. I'm just going to save as it goes. What would be nice if the developers add kind of a thing off to the side. I believe they're called rocket farms, where you can display your rocket, any kind of your rockets or your vessels or anything like that, successful ones. That'd be kind of nice and neat. But let's go ahead and launch this buddy. Initiate the launch of the Kerra 3 mission. We need to get us in orbit. So let's go ahead and cut that. We don't need to see what our breakdown of costs are yet. Don't really need to throttle this up, but we'll have it just in case. Go ahead and turn on our SAS to keep us stable when we launch up. And let's go. Let's see what happens. And we have launch of the Kerra 3 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. We have launch of the Kerra 3 rocket. Let's see if I gotta remember how to do all this again. Let's see, I think gravity turn has to happen at 10,000 feet. Looks like my rocket is listing. Just bring it back up here. I'm kind of doing a little bit of a gravity turn right now, but alright, so we've got that stage, so we're on our second stage. And right about here, I'm going to add maneuver to think if I do this, this should be fine. It should get me out there. Okay, just want to take a little bit above. There we go. That should be good. Add maneuver for our orbital insertion. So I guess 75. Whoa. Too much. There we go. And that's still too much. You get that under 100. Nope. I'll tell you what, let me get this up to where I need it to be there, and I'll worry about that other stuff once I get to that point. Go ahead and we'll aim. Just get ready for that burn. And I just noticed I missed some kind of achievement while I was fiddling with my orbital mechanics. I've got 35 seconds till we need to initiate burn. Hopefully I'll have enough fuel to do so. Yet to get my minimum or min periapsis. Alright, let's go ahead and start burn in 2, 1, 0, burning start. We're starting burn. So hopefully I'll have enough fuel to make it. And it's gonna be close. I may get stuck in orbit. Nope, we didn't quite make it. So it looks like the Kerra 2 project failed, so I need to add some more boosters, I guess. So let's go ahead and take that off. But while we're here, of course, we can go ahead and add more science goodness. So let's go ahead and get a crew report while we're up here. Let's go ahead and do some EVA work. Got our little Kerbin Jebediah out here, give him a crew report from over the water. And what you can do is you can actually keep your Kerbin outside and just have him store the experiment, and he could take further ones, but we're getting ready to start falling back in, I think. So go ahead and launch that off. Just detach it. And go for our landing. See where we're going to plop down somewhere on the night side of the planet. Go ahead and speed up until we hit just about hit the atmosphere here. Alright, I'm about to get some atmosphere friction here. Still falling. Unfortunately, the only thing I'll do is I'll probably cut it after the burn here because there's not a whole lot to see on the night side. It's hard to see anything until we land. Just do it after we get the friction burn here. Till we become a comet. There we go. I see just the starting flickers. There we go. We're scraping atmosphere. Coming in fairly shallow, so it's probably going to be a long one of those where they burn it. Hey, am I gonna land on land? I may actually land on land. If I land on land, I'll get out and show you land-based EVA on that. But go ahead, I'll pop the chute, and I'll cut it here, and I'll be back once I've landed. So take it easy. Be right back. Alright, folks. Well, we're back, and we have landed on the surface of Kerbin. So while we're here, since we didn't complete the mission, we can't claim mission complete rewards. So first we'll do is, before we go back and recover the vessel, let's go ahead and do an EVA real quick with our Kerbin. Oops. Let go. Yep, he fell. There we go. There we go, that's how you turn on lights. L. So here we are, we're walking on the surface of Kerbin. Now, some things you can do while on the surface of planets. You can right-click on your little Kerbinaut. Get a little closer here. There he is, hailing from the surface of Kerbin. You can plant flags, take surface samples, and do an EVA report. So let's go ahead and take a sample. Yep, looks like dirt, Kerbin. So yeah, we've taken a small sample of rocks, dirt, and grass. So we get to save that, and then we do an EVA report. And that just gives us more science for when we return back so that we can unlock more parts to make things a little easier on us. So go ahead and we'll reboard our capsule here. Oops. We would have reboarded if I would have hit the right button. There we go. Now we've reboarded. And let's recover our vessel. So that mission was a failure, so we do not get any money. However, it was a success in that we did get some science that we can use. And here's just a breakdown of the general sciences that we've where we've earned our sciences from. So let's come over here. Let's unlock that so that we get this little bitty liquid fuel engine here. And a couple more parachutes. Not gonna lie, this is what I'm really after here, is stability. And there's two reasons I want the stability. Well, one reason I want the stability. That right there, the Mech Jeb Part 2, or Mech Jeb 2, basic is what I'll call it, because it's just its basic component at that point. It's not got any advanced features or anything like that. But even in its basic set form, it's a help. So, alright. Let's go back and try and rebuild this rocket. See if we can't get Kerra 3 mission into space. Okay, so that didn't work for me. However, I was able to... I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna add a second set of these to this with the vector thrusting engine. And I'm going to see if that will work. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. See if that will work, because I think you get a longer burn out of 2 of these than you do out of a solid rocket booster. Because, I mean, I was able to make it to 18, I think, 1820 on that little bitty rocket booster, but I was able to make it up to 100 on 2 of these. So I think 2 of these should be enough fuel to get me into the atmosphere, no problem. So yeah, let's go ahead and try it now. I mean, if we fail, we just keep earning more science. So it's not too much of a, it's not really a whole big loss. Because each time we unlock something with science, we might get something that'll make it easier for us to get into the orbit we need. So here we go. Launch of the Kerra 2. I'm sorry, the Kerra 3 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, abort. I want to do something first real quick. Yes, it's the Kerra 3, but it's been modified. It's the Kerra 3 Mark II. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're ready to launch. I just felt it needed to be called the Mark II, since we've made adjustments. And that also shows how many times it's taken us to get to the orbit. Alright, so we'll get launch here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. We have launch of the Kerra 3 Mark II. See, already I'm not showing the listing, so that's good. Just this stage only. I'll say, is it already out? Maybe this one didn't. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get it through here now. Okay, I want to go ahead and start a little bit of a gravity turn. There we go. That's enough of one. Alright, and I'm going to cut my engines and coast. Go ahead and start my orbit. Whoa. Okay. Okay, that should be fine. Because once I get it up to 70, or once I get an orbit, I can modify it enough to get where I need to be. So let's go ahead and place our nose on the target. And we'll have our burn here in about 50 seconds. We got a little bit more fuel this time than we had last time, I think, so maybe. But it looks like we need to hit more speed. Let me see if I can... I guess not. Okay, well, let's go ahead and burn. Let's see what happens. I don't think it's gonna work. Yep. In fact, we didn't even get half as far this time as we did in last time, so. Alright, looks like the Mark II didn't work. We'll have to go for Mark III. I think maybe we'll just need to add another stage. One to get us to the atmosphere, one to get us to this point, and one to actually enter the burn. So, go ahead and I will speed things up here. And I will be back once we have landed back in the VAB. Of course, I don't want to forget here to do a little science. Right. So yeah, I'll be back once we've returned and we're in the VAB again, redesigning. Looks like we're going for the Mark III Kerra 3.